I accidentally broke a $500 wine, which led to a discovery about my wife. Hi everyone, welcome back to another Reddit cheating story. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and click the notification bell so you won't miss another cheating story goes live. When I was born, my father bought me a case of Grange Hermitage wine, which is a pretty big deal if you're a wine person. I turned 41 this year, and over time the case has dwindled with weddings, birthdays, funerals, momentous stuff that warrants cracking an expensive bottle of wine. My dad has a proper climate-controlled cellar and all, so my brother and I keep our birthday Grange at mom and dad's place. Anyway, we opened the second to last bottle at Christmas past, and I brought the last bottle home with me from my parents' place, where it has sat in one of those travel/gifty wine tube Y things. Today is our 7th wedding anniversary. To celebrate, my lovely lady wife and I decided to open my Grange and make a kid-free night of it. So, I pick up the gift tube Y thing, spin it around, the metal end cap pops out, and out rockets a $500 bottle of 40-year-old wine, right onto the tile floor. So there's fuck up one. What can you do but shrug and say what can you do? Right? So, I went and bought a $17 bottle from the local bottle shop. We had wine and cheese and watched a movie, and it started looking like the sort of evening in 10 years we'll look back and laugh about. Now, my lovely lady wife has to go to work earlier than me, so she went to bed and I sat up pottering as I do. Then it occurs to me, hey. Smashed a $500 bottle of wine. What a great story for Tifu. Too bad I didn't get a photo of it smashed on the floor, that would have really sold it. But wait. Thinks I, the shattered pieces of glass and the mopped up wine is in a bucket by the front door. I can take a photo of that. That will be just as good. So here comes fuck up number 2. I am a PC guy. I am writing this to you from my PC as we speak. My mobile phone does not take good pictures. I have tried and failed endless times trying to get anything other than potato quality with my phone. So, to get a decent picture, I decided to use my lovely lady wife's iPad, because say what you will about Apple, they put a decent camera in their product. It's been a long time commonplace in our marriage that electronic devices can be shared. We both have our own, but we both know each other's pins and stuff, and will often use each other's gear when appropriate. So, I grab the iPad, go to the bucket, put in the pin code, and right there in the center of the screen. Oh God, I need you here right now. I would lick you from your arse to your cunt for hours. Yeah. She's been having an affair with this guy for almost a year. Tonight was the first time I unlocked the iPad and she hadn't deleted their sexting session. Update, yesterday evening, my wife got home around 6 p.m. We did awkward small talk for a while, then I finally said, "So, you want to do this now or do you need more time?" She said now. So we made tea and sat down for a big talk. I didn't take notes, so I'm not going to try to write it word for word, but I'll cover the major points. She said she's so sorry. It was exciting and flattering, and it just happened. She never went looking for it. She knows it was wrong. She's glad I finally know. She will put a hard stop to anything inappropriate. She loves me. She doesn't love him. She wants to fix what we have and is willing to do what it takes. I still love her. I am very hurt. I acknowledge that our relationship has its issues and problems and I am willing to work on it as well. It's not the physical intimacy that is really upsetting, it's the huge and ongoing breach of trust. Non-negotiable, she gets full medical screening, and I get full access to social media and phone stuff if I ever feel, rightly or wrongly, I need to check on stuff. I'm very aware of my own tendency to ask stick your finger in the wound and give it a wriggle to see how much it hurts type of questions about specifics. So I made a conscious effort not to go there as I don't see anything constructive coming from that, at least not right now. Fuyu, she pledged to be open and honest, and if there's anything specific I ever feel I need to ask about in future, she will tell me. We then watched some TV, and went to bed together. It's all very early, and very raw, but the current assessment of our relationship is critical but stable condition. I acknowledge and understand that not all of you will agree with how I have handled things thus far, and some of you will be suspicious of her intent and explanations. I get that, and I appreciate your concern, but for the moment at least, this is where I'm at. Oh, and since I know some of you will want to know, I just sent him the following. So I have cloud backed up screenshots, all your social media contacts, and your wife's details. There will be no further cautions or discussion entered into. I understand some of you won't approve of that, either, maybe you think it's too much, or not enough, I don't know. My position is that if things do deteriorate and I go for the nuclear option, no one will be able to say I didn't make my position clear and give everyone a chance, I guess. Here is the second story. I feel betrayed by what she did. I'm lying in bed with my girlfriend under my arm and I feel alone. We celebrated our 2 years last week and this is the longest relationship I've had. We have been dealing with some troubles. From my side as well, and I take full responsibility for it. After we saw each other after taking a week break, I was at my parents' house and she phoned me at 3 a.m. crying and having a panic attack. Nothing new as she was struggling with anxiety as of late due to new meds. Then we meet up and she tells me that she had planned to go hiking with a guy she knew before we met but cancelled that night and called me. I was hurt. But I tried to understand. She struggles from a list of medical and mental challenges. Next week we go on a picnic to celebrate our 2 years anniversary. There she tells me she went on Tinder and spoke to strangers. Just to chat and banter. I trusted her, but again, a knife went at my heart. Now today after she had another seizure-like episode, and something else I'll not mention as people have harsh opinions about it, last night, I phoned my dad asking where my mom was because I could not get into contact with her and I needed someone to help pray with me. My dad was heavily worried and I love him, so I called him and just gave a short and kind explanation. She did not like that, saying I had no right to share that info with anyone. While I was on this call I saw her messaging someone. I assumed her friend as I also called her last night for advice. Turns out it was this guy she was going to have coffee with and cancelled. Turns out they had not stopped chatting. She said she's going to have coffee with him because she needs to spend time with someone who doesn't know all her issues and conditions. That she would drop me off at my flat and pick me up for church tonight. I tried to be understanding, but why? I don't deserve this. I was genuinely scared last night. I needed help and I was in over my head. I said I'll pack my things then and head to my flat. She then cried saying she wished she was normal and I wished that too. She has so much shit she went through. Abuse, rape, depression, rejection and more. We then went and decided to go out. We went to a spot to play pool and have a drink. Here we go again. One of her exes works there. I was buying drinks and she went to greet him. So we played pool and when we left and got in the car she said it was nice seeing him again and that he invited her for coffee. Blank. I just drove home. I guess she realized because she must have felt guilty and started feeling ill again. And for the record she is cleared by multiple psychologists, psychiatrists and psychotherapists that she does not do this knowingly. She had a similar episode to last night and I just sat there and handled it better than last time. But her comment kept bugging me. So I went on her phone and went through the messages she sent to this guy and the way they were speaking just killed me. Factually there's nothing. But multiple coffee dates and walks attempted yet cancelled. I just feel so numb. I was going to propose to her this month. I sold my mother's wedding ring to get the one she loved when we went to a vintage ring shop. I did it in secret, went on a 2-hour drive as sick as a dog from my COVID booster to get it. All this, and this is what I get? I love her like I have never loved anyone. I get she's dealing with some A-grade shit, but I don't recognize her anymore. I feel angry, sad and betrayed. Update, my girlfriend and I sat down and we both discussed it like adults. We decided that it was best for both of us if we go our separate ways. Thank you for watching and don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell for any future cheating stories.